What is up? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Parts and Pieces. Today on Parts and Pieces, we got a video that I didn't know I had in the vault, man. I forgot I even filmed this, but slapping a little paint on the Ramen Toys tank. Ramen Toys, great manufacturer of vehicles, 112 scale vehicles. This Ramen tank, man, is awesome, to be quite honest with you. The only thing that I didn't like about it is just didn't have enough, I guess you would say, paint on it or definition to it. You know, just some things that make it layered. And great price for the tank. It's well put together. It was just missing a little bit of character. Now, you do have stickers, which you see on there, like that arrow pointing up sticker and a few other little things I had on there, but I wanted to put some paint. I just wanted to add some layers to it, man. So that's what this episode is, just using my stencil techniques as far as my camo and just slapping a little bit of paint on the ramen tank. I also, you know me, got some other ideas. I ended up putting some water slides on it, just giving it a little bit more character, as far as making it my own and personal. And I'm just gonna go through a few steps of that, what I did in this video, and I hope you guys are entertained. I hope this will give somebody some ideas. Nothing new on my end as far as this camo pattern, but hey, it might be new to you. But it did make my tank look 100 times better, man. This is for sure. Where is that, man? I hope you guys can enjoy here. So let's get into the video and let's get it cracking. Alright, so finally broke out my Ramen Hunter tank. I'm not going to do nothing crazy to this, man. Just something I just wanted to do to kind of spruce this thing up. I'm going to put stickers on it as well. But it's just kind of plain, just that OD kind of flat green. Got my stencil right here. This thing is about as hard as a brick. Used it over and over again. Guess the harder it got, the better it get, you know, for stencil wise. But I'm gonna just do something simple. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy on this. I'm gonna get the base part painted first, and then we'll do the turret. And what this thing is, man, it's just basically like a big old canvas. It's so plain, just makes it easy to do this camo paint on here. Just light little sprays, you know, give me some patterns going. Alright, as you can see here, I got the tank painted up with some camo patterns here. Still got to do this other side here, but you can already tell the significant difference, man, of just putting a little bit of paint on there. Now I'm about to do the turret, and after that we're going to let it dry and put it together. Then I'll do some stickers as well. Alright, now it's time to show this turret a little bit of love. We'll get this kind of spruced up, nothing crazy. Just hit it with some black camo. Give it some definition. Camo paint on the tank, going all the way around, looking good. Got the inside stuffed, you know, and it's all ready. I'm gonna probably hit it with some flat matte clear coat, maybe some Hobby Lobby, something like that, and put it together, hit it with some stickers, man. I'm good to go with this, but it looks good. So basically, I just took some black paint and smoked the barrel out right here, and then I just dabbed in a little bit of black paint here, and put a little bit more blacker paint on where the ring of the barrel is. You know, let it know that it's smoked out, has been burnt, you know, exhaust or whatever from, you know, whatever projectile has been shooting, and then do it light here. You know, as you can see here, it's a little bit, it's got its regular green here, but here it gets a little smoky. So that's the only thing. And all you need is a little bit of black paint to do that, to make that happen. Like I said, once it gets towards the end of the barrel, the ring, you know, I got it a little bit darker in there. I know the lighting's kind of weird in here, but you can kind of see that black ring around there. And that's it. I think I'm gonna seal it after this. All right, in this previous part of the video, I said I was going to seal it after that. That's not what happened. Basically, what you see me about to do now is I'm about to just kind of dirty it up a little bit. Not necessarily dirty it up, but not have it so perfect. It's a tank, so it needs some type of, not necessarily like a wash or maybe like a dry brush on it. That's basically what I'm doing now, is like a dry brush. And as you can see here, the marks look kind of dark, but some I leave like that, and then some I just take the brush, and you see how I'm taking the paint off of it a little bit and kind of doing light little marks, and then I might take it, and as you can see I'm about to do here is I'm darkening it up, but then I'm gonna smear it in, just kind of give it that grit and grime look. I know it looks kind of obvious now, but once that turret goes on the top, you're not gonna be able to tell. And I kind of work this in just a little bit more. Just trying to add just some type of definition to this tank. Now, it has plenty of scope and molding on there, but, you know, just like anything without paint on, just like how I did with the Loving Family house, this how you do with your action figures. You start adding that dry brush and a wash to it. You'll start bringing out extra features that didn't get hit with paint. You start bringing them out. So, you know, that's basically what I'm doing right here. Now, what you see me doing right here, I added this white camo patch just to simply put a water slide on there. Put one of those Playboy water slides. But if it's a tank, it's not just going to be perfectly white. That's going to be scuffed up and dirtied up too. Um, like I tell you, my collecting comes full circle. When I thought about these white patches, I didn't think that this tank also has white accents. When I went to add my stickers later on, it complemented the white patches I put on there. I forgot about the total white guts that's inside the tank. I really wasn't even thinking of playing off of that, but that's just how that panned out. When you have a tank, that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking the edges and I'm just hitting it, putting them scuff marks on there, because wind's gonna catch the corners and edges, and that's gonna eventually wear because it's parking that wind. I could have went deeper and maybe got like, you know, like some silver or something like that, to where like looks like the green paint is coming off, but I ain't want to go that deep. I just, what I've done already is already amazing on here. It brought out a lot. The tank would have been totally fine with the stickers added, but with that black camo that I added on there, man, it just took it to a whole nother level, man. Especially the way I did this side right here. That looks freaking awesome, man. The more and more stuff I do, the more and more I get better myself. Because this is the first time I only have the certain camo pattern, but this is the first time I ever connected camo patterns. Like you see where I'm brushing around right there, it's like one big zigzag line going across the side, man, and it looks good. Here, what I do, and you guys will see, I take it and I start rubbing it in. I don't leave it so dark on this side. I really start working that in, and on the corners and the edges, man, and making it look like a tank that's worn, that has dirt and grime on it. I see tanks all day, every day. I live near Fort Bragg base, and they're nothing pretty. Trust me. They don't look shiny and clean. They never did. So that's basically what I'm continuing to do right here, man. And I did it inside of the wheels down there, and I'm just showing you pieces what I did, but I pretty much did it all over, man. I didn't want to overdo it. I think I did it just right. And see right there, now that's starting to look like a real freaking tank. I'm loving that. It looks like it's dirt on the side of it, doesn't it? Alright guys, y'all know I can't never really stop, man. I'ma just do a little something. I know you're probably wondering what the little white pieces of camouflage is gonna be, but I'm gonna put some, just not a lot, not heavy-handed with it, but a few white pieces of camo in there, and then I'm gonna put some water slides in them, just to jazz it up, man. Well, hell, why not, man? Because I'm only gonna do this once with this tank, and I think it's gonna look pretty dope, man. So we're just gonna do maybe like 5 camo white spots, and then when it dries and everything seals up, and then I'll put some water slides in those white spots so they can show up pretty good. Probably like the Playboy pinup girls, some Beavis and Butthead stuff, but it'll be pretty cool. I think this is gonna work out. So just like how I imagined in my head with this white camo part, and I scuffed it up a little bit, kind of weathered it up a little bit, but putting this Playboy sticker on here, now I gave it its own identity. It actually makes it look like something out of like World War II. But also I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna put this Millhouse on there. So we're gonna go through that process. I'll show y'all how to do this. I'm gonna like have him pointing at her. It's gonna be dope, yo. So it worked out perfect. Like the whole grand scheme of things, that white camo patch is off, but it just gives it that character. Now that's fire. Alright, so what we are pretty much doing here now, I said Millhouse, but that's Nelson. I know somebody's gonna correct me in the comments. Hey, that was Nelson. Yeah, I got the names mixed up. But you see how great that Playboy joint popped up, and I know I probably talked about it in the previous segment, but it looks fantastic. What I'm doing is putting on their micro set. Shout out to Loki War 2. Lokester. I have been using the micro set and the micro sole, but you still want to spray that with some a clear coat, after that, man, because it takes all 3. But the micro set acts as a formula to help move your water slides around. Of course, I didn't have to do that with Nelson here, but what I did not show is that I hit it with micro sole after that. That micro sole does kind of melt that that water slide into whatever you're putting it on, man. But I still hit it with like just a clear coat, afterwards, and that's what gives it that matte look, that finished look on there, man. But it turned out great, man. And you got the Playboy bunny up there with Nelson up there looking at her, man. And I thought that was great. Like I said, it just reminds me of like some World War II stuff, man. So that was pretty dope, and I'm glad I came up with that idea to do that. Just added more character to my tank. And just a little something, I put a water slide on here at the end from my Harley Davidson pack here. I'm gonna put that right up top. The only thing I regret about that is I should have reversed it, so when the hatch is flipped up, it'll be upright. I got it with the hatch down, but you see right here, and I messed around with it a little bit. You can see you can actually still move that, but you got a little bit of time before you start running into a can of worms to get that thing moved around and set where you need to be. Of course, I hit it with some micro set up top so I can move it around. You can either use water too, water. That's why I call it a water slide. But I wish I would have flipped that around, because if I'm gonna have that in action and that to be noticeable when I flip up the hatch, guess what? It's gonna be upside down. But it's all good, man. I'm not tripping. I ain't have to pay nobody to do this. I did this all myself. I took it to a whole nother level. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoy, man. So, just a few ideas for your Ramen Hunter tank. All right, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, man. I had a blast logoing up this tank and putting the stickers on, man. And just one thing about the stickers, man, you definitely want to be careful when putting them on. Those are some sticky stickers. But with the combination of me painting this up and adding the decals that comes with the tank, it just made for an amazing piece, man. And like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys were somewhat inspired, and I hope you guys were somewhat entertained. But this is the Savage Land. If you haven't liked this channel, like this video, like it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, man, subscribe, man. If you in the cut lurking, I always put out pure action figure content, man. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.